If you're looking to buy a brand new Porsche 911, let me tell you why. In May 2024, it is the absolute best time to buy a Porsche 992.1. Let's break it down. Welcome to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're following my channel, I've talked about how to get an allocation, what options to get in your Porsche 911, but I haven't talked about timing. So timing, as everybody knows, is very crucial. And right now, in May 2024, I do think it is the perfect time to buy a Porsche 911, especially the 992.1. Let me break it down. So I'm sure all you Porsche enthusiasts would know, 992.1, the production cycle is coming to an end. So congratulations for those who actually got an allocation, super happy for you guys. For the other people that's kind of debating or whatnot, you aren't really out of luck. It's actually good that we're right in between the 992.1 and 992.2 because there is no solid update of a difference of what there actually is. This might be a good chance for us to land an allocation or some incoming cars for the 992.1. So there is a bit of allocations or incoming cars. The main reason is for those who actually have a 992.1 or actually ordered one, since the news of the 992.2 is actually coming out, a lot of buyers that actually put a deposit on that actually retrieve the deposit back and wait for the 992.2. So luckily for people that's actually wanting to buy one either at MSRP or just really low ADM, now is actually a good chance to actually scoop one up. Right now in May of 2024, there might not be any open allocations, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Porsche 911s either coming to the dealership from the factory en route or actually just arrived to the dealership. So if you're looking for a 992.1 right now, for a decent price, not like a huge discount, but really close to MSRP, or even a slight ADM for some more rare cars like the GTS, the Cabs, the Targas, there might still be a slight ADM, but it's way better than before. A year ago, getting a Targa GTS, 50,000 or 30,000 ADM. Now it's better. Now I've been hearing 15 to 10. And if you're really close with that dealership, they might even give you MSRP. So it's actually a good time to actually kind of start your search for a 992.1. Adding to my previous point, there's actually a lot of uncertainty for the 992.2 right now. There's a price jump. Usually when a new kind of lineup comes in, there's around 8 to 9% price jump, which we're not sure yet, but with inflation and whatnot, we're kind of thinking maybe 10 to 12%. We're hearing there might be a mild hybrid, and because of that, there might not be a manual transmission anymore. So all of this is up for speculation. Nothing is really confirmed yet. And last but not least, we've actually heard there might be a brand new all LED screen. So for those real Porsche enthusiasts that actually like a tachometer at the front, like a real one, you might be out of luck. So if you do want something like that, going for the 992.1. And also from past experience, whenever a new car, especially a facelift, comes out, usually the first batch, probably the first 6 to 8 months, there's going to be a lot of minor issues. So if you're talking about to the 2019, the first batch, there was issues like the touchscreen wasn't responding, just Apple CarPlay is a bit iffy, Connect app might not be that seamless, and there's a lot of like MMI screen glitch and stuff like that. So if you're looking to get the 992.2, definitely beware. Try not to get the first batch because always there's a lot of bugs and whatnot. And usually around 6 to 8 months, when the second batch comes out, there's usually a quick fix, right? So I would say if you're looking for the newer one, that would be the one to get. So before I talk about who should buy it, who should not buy it, here's some predictions that I kind of got regarding the 992.2. So in order for me to gather this list, I've saved you folks a lot of time. I did some research, talked to a lot of the Porsche VIP clients. So the first point is there's going to be no 3.6 liter engine. I know before on Car and Driver and whatnot, they're saying the GTS, that'll be a 3.6 liter engine, blah, blah, blah. But from what we've heard, that won't happen because it won't make sense for Porsche just to create a new engine just for the GTS. There might be a 3.6 engine for the Turbo and Turbo S, but not for the Carrera type. So that one, I'm pretty sure that will be correct. The second point is kind of an interesting point because there are still the lack of parts. They're saying the first batch of cars, there will be a Carrera S, but it won't be a mild hybrid yet. Probably around 6 to 8 months, then they'll actually introduce the mild hybrid. And then we also heard somehow the GTS will actually be introduced sooner than expected. From past experience, GTS will be actually introduced a year and a half after the first Carrera and the Carrera S comes in. But from really dependable sources, we've heard that GTS will actually come sooner than later. As mentioned before, we're assuming around 10 to 12% price jump. That's actually pretty accurate, I would say, because usually year to year, there's 8 to 9% jump anyways. With a new facelift, I'm pretty sure Porsche will actually jack that up. So we're looking at around 10 to 12 MSRP jump. Just to go back to my previous point, because there's a mild hybrid, high possibility there might not be manual transmission. If there is manual transmission, again, it might just be the base or a T. It might be really selected, so it's the ones that's without the mild hybrid might have manual transmission. Won't be as readily available like what we have right now. So manual transmission will be a bit more rare. I guess it'll be good news for owners like me that actually got a Targa 4 GTS in manual. So hopefully that will be a bit more rare, and then that will hold our current car's value. We also suspect that it will be introduced probably July or so. That will be a teaser and whatnot, and unveiling in late July. Probably released by late 2024, so I'm thinking if you put the allocation in, probably September, October, that's when it would come in. That's what kind of we suspect. So if that's the case, actually right now would be a good time to actually kind of go for some searching for a 992.1. With all that being said, who should actually buy a 992.1? So for me, as a first-time buyer, I definitely recommend, if you don't have a Porsche right now, either like a 718 or whatever, if you don't have a Porsche right now, you want a sports car, now is a very good time to buy a 992.1. The main reason is, if you've never driven one before, it's such a huge margin compared to other cars in the same category, let's say the Audi R8, AMG GT, Jaguar F-Type, stuff like that. If you've never had a 911, I would definitely recommend you going for a test drive, even if you don't go for a test drive before ordering your car. That's what I did for my Targa 4 GTS. I was actually genuinely surprised how much better a 911 is compared to cars with the same category. So if you don't have one and you're debating to get one as a current Porsche 911 992.1 owner, I really recommend you don't really have to wait for the 992.2. Even the 992.1 is a huge step forward to what's currently out on the market right now. Another incentive would be because there's not more 992.1 cars coming either from the factory or already at the dealership. If you're looking to buy one right now that's in stock, dealerships will have more incentive to actually, again, they might not give you a huge discount, but anything would help. So if you're looking for more rare cars like a Targa or something like that, there might not be ADMs, or the ADM will be marginal. If you wait for the facelift one, it'll be at least 10% MSRP bump from what you have right now. So even though if you paid an ADM to get a car right now, it'll still be cheaper for you than the long run of waiting to get a 992.2. For a returning buyer, if you already have a 992.1, let's say you have a base or a T or an S, but you're looking for getting a GTS, it really depends where you are. If you really love the 992.1 and you want to keep it for the long run, I would suggest yes, go for it. But if you just want to get it just to flip, let's look at the whole scenario. A is if the dealership is giving you a fair trade value. B is, are they charging you an ADM for the 992.1? Just put everything into perspective and kind of see if it's worth for you to buy another 992.1, or is it better to actually wait for the 992.2? Because honestly, if you have a 992.1 right now, it doesn't make that much sense to get another 992.1 unless you're keeping it for the long run. Or if you're trading your 92.1 right now and they would guarantee to give you a GT3 or something that's more rare, that's definitely worth thinking about. Last but not least, if you're one of the rare kinds that really love the 92.1 and you really want the tachometer, the manual transmission, and you keep it at a long run, then yes, I do recommend you getting the 92.1. It's just the 92.2, there's so much uncertainties right now. A lot of customers are just looking for the hype, just want the newest car. So let them do their own thing. That's kind of good for us if you want to buy one or just to trade it in for something a bit better than what you have right now. Last but not least, the trade-in value is actually very important on a deal too. Used car market is actually very volatile right now. If you can trade it in right now and the dealership can actually promise you a future allocation that will give you a concrete timeline with a concrete allocation, if the value is right and you're okay to forego your current car for a few months, I would say definitely do it. Again, the used car market is very volatile right now. What a dealership can give you on a value today might not be the same in 1 or 2 months. It does drop quite a bit. Any fluctuation might be a few thousand or even tens of thousands of dollars. If you can somehow trade your car in right now and put that value towards the future allocation or incoming car, definitely think about it. It might be a really good way. In conclusion, because of this uncertainty of what's coming out of the 992.2, some people like change, some people don't, and then some people really like what it is right now, the 992.1. Personally, I think the 992.1 is in a very good position right now. It's reliable, it's fun. It really depends where you are. If you want to look for a deal, I think 992.1 is the way to do it. But if you always want the newest and best thing, maybe waiting for the 992.2. So that is it, guys. Thank you for watching this quick analyze video. If you folks like something like this, definitely don't forget to like, subscribe, and then leave me in the comments down below what you guys think. Would you guys wait for the 992.2 or just kind of pull the trigger on the 992.1? I'm really eager to know what you guys think. And if you have any questions at all, definitely leave me a comment down below. Have a great day, guys. Peace out.